And we are live.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Self Care Thursdays with your host, Luandra Jacobs, Tanya Boyson, and our guest today, musician and actor Zukhanye Geza. Welcome.
Hello.
And today, our topic is going to be about physical health and mental health, and we're going to give you tips on how to overcome it during this difficult period. So, yeah, Luandra. So, what's your question for Zukhanye?
Yes. Zukhanye. Good
Yeah.
evening. Welcome. So I'm gonna jump
It is,
right in and ask you a few questions. Are you ready for me?
yeah. I just want to let you know from the jump. I literally jumped out, the shower now. My hair is still wet.
Oh,
Time
Lord.
management. Time management.
Listen, don't lecture me about time management. I literally had people viewing the house like 30 minutes ago, so I had to say
Okay.
bye.
Oh,
Because I'm moving, and yeah, it's
yeah.
literally behind you like a pile of boxes. So my life is a mess right now,
Oh,
but. I need you to know that I'm here, and my mind is here. It's just the few
okay,
things that I have.
cool.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot going on. But no
yeah,
worries, no worries, no worries. So the first
yeah.
question, how have you been keeping sane during this time as an actor and as a musician? Because I know there's a lot of entertainers that have said that this pandemic have had a great impact on their careers. So how have you been managing?
That is 100% true. I mean, this year was like, can you imagine the worst possible like situation happening? Can you imagine hell when they tell you that you're gonna go to hell? Like when
Mm,
if
Mm,
you read the Bible about hellfire and all the bad things that could possibly happen to you in the afterlife, that happened this year. Like literally, I lost two very close people in my life, my grandfather and
wow,
his,
sorry to hear that.
you know, it happened. And that was my first like taste or experience of loss. And
Mm,
it was bittersweet because in December last year, we actually had a chat, me and my grandfather about, legacy and things like that. And just like all the things that he kind of would never speak about, or
mm,
the subjects that were frowned upon between elders and young people. So I felt that he knew something shifty was about to happen in the near future, or rather like he was exiting, because he's the kind of person who always told me that, listen, son, one day I'm not going to be here, and
yeah,
you need to pay attention. Firstly, you need to understand that you know every moment in life that you have is not promised. Nobody out
true.
there is, to give you a guarantee or can sign a guarantee to say that Uzukanye or
mm,
Mm,
or Tanya is going to be here forever, ever. Amen. You
mm,
all
yeah.
of it. So it
yeah,
was just of realizing how short life can be and how things can change in just like a split second. Because in January, I was doing so well. I was in
yeah,
McDonald's adverts. I was, in shows that, latest shows and stuff like that. And then boom, the industry just like shut down because
Yeah.
we are in kind of industry that you kind of need to be. I need to be present. I can't.
yeah,
Well, we had
true.
to be this kind of vibe where we using the phone as a tool to to act and stuff, but it's not as entertaining. It doesn't it doesn't have
Yeah,
that thing.
Mm,
That thing that's missing. So it affected us because we couldn't go anywhere. You were locked
mm,
indoors. We had to figure out ways of how to entertain ourselves indoors, and that's
yeah,
not easy.
true.
And it's not easy to put yourself out there in this space. Like this phone for me and what we're doing right now is something that I had to get over in these past couple of months, because I'm just like, I'm not comfortable in sharing my personal space with the rest of
Yeah.
the world. And this is it's where I come to be at peace, to be at zen, to gather my thoughts and to meditate, to pray, to cultivate good energies, because out there are some positive energies, but it's just a cluster of things that are just mashed together, and cluster of energies. There's numerous amount of people that you have to deal with. So this was my
Yeah.
personal. Now I've had to turn it or transform it into an office. I got this glow light, this.
The ring light.
We can see you. We can see you perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's working.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that I just had to, have in my space, because it's just, lighting is essential, and to
Yeah.
receive. And yeah,
That's so true.
it's been a transition. It's been a transitional phase. It's been an adjustment, because not just physically, not just like all the things I've mentioned, like physically, my space and whatnot, like
Yeah.
emotionally, mentally,
Oh,
it's just,
yeah.
yeah, I've had to make a shift to try and not be as closed off as I used to be, and also
Yeah.
just open myself up to a lot of other different things that are out there, and this is one of them. It's just this is a weird situation.
Yeah.
We as
Just collab over here.
Like we're not together. It's like just FaceTime talking there. So
yeah.
yeah. So how do you what's your daily routines on exercising and keeping healthy
Yeah,
now? Like what do you do compared to
you
what you
really
used to do?
you really want to.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll compare the two, what I used to do and what I do now. What I used to do is, be out in the open. I hate the gym, first and foremost. Let me just put that out there. In
Why?
high school, I was a very athletic guy. I used to play rugby. I used to play soccer. I used to play water polo, golf. Like, there's many reasons why I
Mm.
played those particular sports, because my main focus was rugby, but I had a concussion, so I had to pick another struggle. I,
Oh,
as
yeah.
Oh
God,
God.
listen, Zukhanye, this one's not for you. You're gonna end up dying if you take this path. So, I had to pick non-contact sports, and I played water polo, I played golf, I played chess, I played a lot of, very different extracurricular activities. And that drove me to how I feel about gym right now. Like, I went to the gym. I used to be a guy that gymmed in 2016, 2017. I used to gym. I was like, that guy who
Mm.
won't
Yeah.
even, you know, I was buff, I was fit, I was ripped. But
Yeah.
as time went on, I realized, this is not for me, because you go to the gym, you jog on a treadmill, and you're not really going anywhere. It's just you doing one fixed position, and there's one
I
point.
get what you mean. I get
You
what you
know?
mean. I like the outdoors. Like I'd rather run outside and be on a treadmill and going nowhere slowly. But yeah,
Yeah, it's tedious. It's just you see, and then you see a bunch of people next to you as well, just doing the same thing, and you think to yourself, I could have been outside for this shit. You know? Yeah. So I preferred, like, in the beginning of the year, rather, because I gym mostly in January. In January, that's
yeah.
when, like, I work out, like, I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, I
Is that
am,
like your New Year's resolution?
yeah. New
Oh, one of those.
Yeah. I maintain that until my birthday in March. Like, in March, that's when, debauchery gets the better of me. And I'm just like, oh man, I can't wake up right now. It's just too hungover for my and then, habits because beget habits. But I'm fit enough. Like, I'm not the type of person, like, there's different what you call this, body types. I have the kind of body
Yeah.
type where I can gain muscle easily, and I can also lose fat easily, but I can also what you might call I can easily get skinny depending on the kind of exercise I do as well. If I decide
Mm.
Ah.
to be a marathon runner, I'm gonna start looking like a Senegalese, athlete. Like, I'll be thick, thick, thin, and
So if you actually take this thing serious, you can look like an athlete.
yeah, because I commit, I go in, and
Yeah.
that's the kind of exercises I prefer, and I prefer outdoors because in the beginning of the year I used to you know what you lift those tires and do what rugby players exercise, like the rugby player type of exercise. Contact in terms of like those there's machines because there's a rugby stadium up the road from me, and
Yeah.
there's those that you can you go into a scrum, but it's not real people.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
I
not,
see, I see. I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
and there's huge tires you can push and like the sledgehammers, and I like those kind of outdoorsy exercises and the ropes as
Yeah.
well. Don't give
Mm.
me don't give me a treadmill because I can jog. I like to see the outdoors, and I like to be in open spaces and feel the fresh air in my lungs as opposed to air
Yeah.
conditioning and stuff like that. But yeah, generally that's the kind of exercise I do. But now I stick to I've packed it up now, but there's the ball, the yoga ball,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
the the what you call that thing that you put up on the door. Yeah, the
Oh,
Uh, oh,
yeah,
you left
we get what
yourself.
you're saying.
the pull up pull
Oh
up bar.
yeah, pull-ups.
Yeah, I've got the tire. I mean the ball.
Luandra,
I
you must know these things. You like workout like every day,
I get what you're
even though you
saying.
don't
You
want
mount
to.
this thing on your door. Yeah, you can
yeah,
mount it on your door
and
frame thingy.
nobody tells you that like you need to have a drill when you're gonna mount this thing. Like they tell you, oh no, just buy it and ball will it'll just magically happen. So I
I
do it
say
and
it's a
I
pull up. Record says it's a pull up.
doesn't work. So I had to get a guy to come and drill into the actual wall and put the bar up and stuff like. It's a learning curve, you need to understand everything in life has a learning curve, and
Yeah,
yeah,
true. Especially this year, it's a learning curve.
yeah,
True,
I'm
true,
looking at
true.
home exercises and stick to that, and I'm happy with that. Like I'm not trying to be the
Yeah.
buff guy in the world. I'm not trying to be, the Rock, Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Maybe one day, I might feel different tomorrow, but like for now, I'm happy with, these guns that I have right here. You see that? You see that?
I see it. I see the guys
Okay,
there.
guys, we're running out of time. But
Yeah.
so
Okay,
in a
Luan,
nutshell, can you just summarize for us? What was your question again, Tanya?
about his how workouts before and
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
that
He
was
did actually
basically
explain
what he does.
everything.
Okay. Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. So what was the next point
Your
that
question?
we okay, so my question was okay, so my last question is can you share a few key points on self-care that you use on a daily basis that you can share with other entertainers, in the same industry, how to stay sane during this time and things that you feel like can also help and benefit them moving forward, even after this pandemic? Because I know you've mentioned a lot about you've mentioned meditation and working with energy and stuff. So it sounds like they can be beneficial. So what key points can you give entertainers?
Entertainers specifically, because I mean, entertainers are humans too, but I
Yeah.
think,
Okay, just
yeah,
in general, just in general. I guess it can help people in general.
yeah, yeah. The one thing that I've been experiencing lately, because I mean, I'm not going to speak on things that I've felt in the past where I can't draw like instantaneous
Mm.
inspiration to speak about. Like for now, the one thing I've literally been experiencing in my life recently is that there's a lot of negativity out there. There's a lot of people
Yes.
in a bad space, like a very dark,
Yes.
dark space, and that energy, it can easily transfer to you, or they can easily transfer it to you, purposefully as well, because misery needs company. That's what I feel like.
Mm.
Misery needs company, and a lot of people out there are miserable as fuck. and it's it's a circumstantial thing. It's because of what we've been through, and how the year's gone, and how um, negativity begets negativity. It perpetuates the negative energy. Like if you hear bad news on TV, you're gonna feel bad. That's why
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I watch the news, I nip it in the bud. Like I watched the recent campaign with Donald Trump and Joe Biden and stuff, and a bunch of it was just negative. That's why I only
Yeah.
read the news instead of hearing it, because at least it just affects one of my senses, like my eyes.
Yeah.
It
Mm.
doesn't my ears and so forth. But I would just recommend that you stick to go back to the basics. That's what this whole COVID-19 situation is all about. Just like reset everything, hit that reset button and go back to the fundamentals. What is the fundamental thing that makes us human?
Yeah.
And
True.
to a series that I recently watched on Netflix is called The Playbook. I don't know why I watched
Yeah.
this documentary. It's about coaches' playbook, basically, to life, and coaches
Mm.
help their players how to to win championships and stuff like that. Because I need to constantly also be at the top of my game in the industry that
Yeah.
I'm in, and constantly keep positive and keep looking at the next milestone and so forth and so on. And the one thing that I've taken away from that, and as Americans, they've taken away from us, not away, but like taken from us, is ubuntu.
Yeah.
Simple word.
Yeah.
Like umntu ngumntu ngabantu. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
know.
That's
I
funny. I
Simple
know
explain.
translation.
Ubuntu.
Yeah. A simple translation is that a person is a person because of a person. You know,
Yeah.
I can't
Mm.
be the best human I can be without learning from you or learning from you. I need
Agree.
to absorb the knowledge that you have to give in your life, whether it be good or bad. I need to make the choice of what I take away from how you treated me as a human. You know what I mean? That's the whole
Yeah. True.
situation with Mandela and Verwoerd and what we went through as a country, as South Africa, and apartheid and all that stuff. We, as the people of color, decided not to be, the perpetuators of this negativity. We decided to flip the switch and just be cognizant of the fact that negativity
Yeah.
begets activity. So
Mm-hmm.
this is where we draw the line, and this is where we are trying to be better human beings. This is where we are going to, as a collective, as human beings, we're going to recognize that, listen, the formula that we've been going through hasn't been working. So now we need
True.
to structure, you know, in such a way that we can actually create a brighter future for who? Our children. Because at the end of the day,
Exactly.
that's the point. We
Mm.
have to,
Very true.
because we are going to end. All three of us here in this little live chat are going to die one day, but our children will live
Mm.
on, and the
Yeah.
message and and
So what
and
values do we
the
leave them
value
with?
still with them,
Mm.
then continue to live throughout the ages. So I would say we need to just be cognizant of one another and just continue to perpetuate positive energy. And everybody who wants to do anything positive, let us not discriminate. Let us not tear them down. Let's motivate each other to achieve the
Mm.
goals that we want in life.
Yes. True,
Whatever
and
you may
support
have,
one another.
yeah, go out there and get it,
This
because
is so relevant to you. Hey, Tanya. This is so
Yes, like
relevant. What you said
I
is
had
so
an
relevant to
incident.
what happened
I
here.
had an incident where someone shared my post,
yeah.
basically of my products, and said something that could like tarnish my name. Like, listen, why would you do that? Like, share my business and put in the wrong light. Like,
Yeah,
help one another during this time. Like, you don't even inbox me and tell me your concerns or anything. Like, but I left it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
yeah.
I don't want to like still put fire to fire.
You
Left
gotta
it.
dust that dirt off your shoulder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he just said, when someone gives you a negative, give them a positive. And that's what you
yeah,
did.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
So Richard
Yeah.
says, so true. Hi, Richard. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all the viewers that's here. Guys, we are so running out of time. We
Yeah,
went
so
over time. Tanya, do you quickly want to run down the products?
oh, okay.
Product
So most of us, everybody knows that Luandra and I, we are Longrich distributors, and we have our teas that can help us during this time. Your green tea, brown tea, and your pink tea. All of them can be used for weight loss as well. And our weight is important, you guys, because it also leads to health problems. So we need to look after ourselves. And our green tea we can use to relax as well and to detox. And then the pink tea is used for weight loss, and it's also good for diabetic people. So because it reduces cholesterol. And then your brown tea, it's also for tummy fat, which is tummy fat. And also, if people have insomnia, you can drink that as well and help you sleep. So I'm just running through that quickly. So that's our teas. More information, you can go back to our videos and go through the benefits in detail.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
that's all from me.
So, Kanya, where can people find you? I think we need a part two, guys. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we have a lot to say and there's a lot to learn here. So maybe we should do a part two with you, and then we can open up the discussion a little bit more.
Yeah.
But for now, where can people find you?
We can do another one next week. That's fine with you as well. I want to make it a weekly thing. I don't mind.
Okay,
uh,
cool.
People can find me on literally the name that I put on there. It's Zooks, ZUK with a double S.
Okay.
That's me on social media,
You
Instagram
on
and Twitter and
YouTube?
Facebook. Yeah, on YouTube, it's my full name, Zukhanye Geza. Yeah, that might be difficult for you guys to to
We,
type. So
we, we will just drop a link down below in the
Yeah.
description section.
yeah,
Yeah, we will just drop a link down below. Yes, guys. So that brings us to the end of today's show. We went a little bit over overtime, but we got some good nuggets from our guest today. We'll see you guys next week. Please follow myself and Tanya on all social media platforms. Myself, Longrich Jacobs, and Tanya Boyson. Signing out. And Zukhanye. Bye.
Bye
well,
bye.